Welcome back to Midwest Access. We are looking at some hot, humid, muggy conditions here across southern Minnesota and northern Iowa. Those current temperatures right now sitting into the upper 80s, upper 80s here for us. Heat index values, though, are sitting into the 90s and nearing those triple digits down towards Charles City. So some hot conditions out there, and a reminder that we have our heat alerts in place. You can see in the pink, which includes Goodhue County, areas north into the Twin Cities metro area, to portions of northern Wisconsin and Minnesota. That is an extreme heat warning that will stay in effect until Thursday evening. In the orange, which is where Olmsted County, Wabasha, Winona, along the I-90 corridor and into portions of North Iowa, that heat advisory will be in place until Tuesday evening. So this evening here at 9 o'clock, and extensive heat alerts here across portions of the upper Midwest. And we just continue with some hot, humid conditions through the rest of this week, even into this weekend. Some relief maybe on the way. We have to wait until next week. So eventually looking to get a break from this heat wave here for the region. However, we're tracking the next big thing. So in addition to the heat, we're also looking at some concerns for poor air quality. Let's take a look at that air quality alert, which is in place for 3 of our local counties. Along the riverside, we have Winona, Wabasha, and Goodhue counties until 11 o'clock Friday morning. This is extending into the entire state of Wisconsin, up north towards the Twin Cities metro area and into northern Minnesota. I would not be surprised to see this air quality alert extended a little bit further more into the local viewing area here in Minnesota. Right now, look at those current air quality index levels. We're at a moderate level, so at the yellow at this point in time. Not too bad, not too hazy out there. Tomorrow, though, will be a little bit of a different story as we look at that air quality index for tomorrow, tracking into the red for portions of southern Minnesota, northern Iowa. So unhealthy for everyone. Notice, though, up towards the Arrowhead region, Iron Range of Minnesota, towards the Twin Ports, looking at that maroon color. So dangerous air quality levels due to those wildfires up north. Tomorrow, hot, humid conditions remain. Plenty of sunshine, a little hazy there as we look at more of that wildfire smoke in place. High temperatures tomorrow in the upper 80s to low 90s. A 10-day forecast here. We stay very hot, humid with highs in the upper 80s to low 90s through this weekend. And then we look at some relief, low 80s with sunshine on the way for next week.
Now, before we get to those headlines at 5.
We are tracking some poor air quality, hot, humid conditions, and looking at a chance for a stray storm or two by Friday. Chief Meteorologist Nick Jansen has all those latest details at 5. It was a hot day outside today, hot, muggy, and it's still muggy and uncomfortable out here on the weather patio this evening. Those high temperatures today in the upper 80s, even hitting 90 today in the Rochester area. It's been over a year since we've had a 90-degree high temperature here in the Med City. Looking ahead to the next few days, we continue to look at heat advisories and extreme heat warnings in place for southern Minnesota and portions of central Minnesota, even into Wisconsin and North Iowa. We'll continue to see those heat-related headlines continuing into Wednesday. As we look ahead to tomorrow and into the late week, we are looking at some air quality issues, expecting to see wildfire smoke impacting portions of the upper Midwest. Looking at a air quality alert along Riverside here tonight for Goodhue, Wabasha, and Winona counties, but I would not be surprised to see that alert expanding into portions of Minnesota, maybe even North Iowa, as we look ahead to tomorrow and throughout this week. So continuing to monitor those air quality issues. We'll talk more about all of those forecast details here with the heat, the humidity, and air quality concerns in your First Alert forecast coming up. We continue to track more heat, more humidity, and now we're adding the extra layer of haze and wildfire smoke all into that mix. So a very muggy, uncomfortable, humid day, summer day, I should say, on tap for your Wednesday. A look at tomorrow's outlook as we track high temperatures in the upper 80s to low 90s and muggy conditions, some filtered sunshine there with those hazy skies due to wildfire smoke. The latest on those First Alert forecast details are next. We certainly saw some hot conditions out there across the region today. Highs climbing in the upper 80s to low 90s. And as I mentioned earlier, it's been a while since we've had a 90-degree high temperature. So let's take a look at the last 90-degree day that we had, which was back on June 22nd. Of last year, so over a year ago, 387 days ago, in fact, to be exact, I should say. So certainly a hot one, and we're not quite done with the heat just yet. So take a look at those heat-related headlines. You can see county is highlighted in orange here, right along the I-90 corridor, and a little north, a little south, to the east. That heat advisory remaining in place through Thursday evening. Also through Thursday evening is going to be an extreme heat warning. You can see counties highlighted here in pink. This does include the Mankato area, Goodhue County, back into portions of western Wisconsin and central the Twin Cities area and northern portions of northern Minnesota. So that also staying in effect through Thursday evening. Looking ahead to the next few days, we'll continue to track those heat index values anywhere from 95 to upwards of 105. I think the next 2 days probably the hottest of the two, but high temperatures expecting to stay in the upper 80s to low 90s. Expecting to see temps kind of backing off slightly heading into second half of the weekend, early next week, but later next week we'll really feel some relief from that heat, especially here for the area. The next big thing, though, not only are we keeping an eye on heat and humidity, but we're keeping an eye on air quality concerns. Air quality alert currently is in effect for some riverside counties here, Twin Cities Metro, northern Minnesota, and the entire state of Wisconsin. Locally for us, though, Winona, Wabasha, and Goodhue counties are included in that air quality alert, and that's through Friday morning. However, I would not be surprised to see more counties through southern Minnesota added into this alert. The reason we have that alert is because of wildfire smoke. Right now, things are okay here in southern Minnesota, northern Iowa. A moderate level for that air quality index. However, tomorrow's forecast, notice southeast, southern Minnesota, northern Iowa, especially east of the I-35 region, will be in that red category. Unhealthy for everyone. If you're heading into further western Minnesota, not as many concerns, but notice up towards the Arrowhead region into northwestern Wisconsin in the maroon category. Dangerous air quality levels are expected there, and that's due to those wildfires that are ongoing in Ontario and in the Boundary Waters area in northern Minnesota. So not only are we looking at air quality issues, but the heat and humidity, high temperatures tomorrow, low 90s here across the board. Plenty of sun. Might be a little filtered, though, due to that wildfire smoke. Some hazy skies are expected the next couple of days. 7-day forecast for Mankato. A stretch of 90s possible here in the next few days. Look at that 10-day forecast for the Rochester region. Finally, looking at a break from this latest heat wave by Tuesday, Wednesday of next week.
Going to be wanting to monitor the air quality today and tomorrow.
Yep,
or tomorrow and
into
Wednesday.
Thursday. Wednesday into Thursday. But yes,
are
try and limit that time outside if you can the next few days.
Thank you, Sarah.
Here's one more look at that 10-day forecast, looking at some smoky conditions due to wildfire smoke coming from Ontario, Canada, and the Boundary Waters area in northern Minnesota. So some hazy skies expected, some health concerns for folks with some health issues as we look at poor air quality the next couple of days. Highs in the upper 80s, low 90s. So adding in the heat and humidity, really not the greatest conditions to be outside here the next couple of days. We will watch for a chance, maybe a couple stray storms come Friday, but overall dry forecast in store. Really very limited rain chances on the horizon.
Take it easy out there these next couple of days with that smoke. No need to push it.
Take it easy. I like it.
All right. Thank you for joining us tonight. We'll see you back here tomorrow night.
Atlanta.
It certainly was a hot one out there today. We had high temperatures in the upper 80s, even hitting 90 today in the Rochester area, nearly 10 degrees warmer than average. And it'll be a little bit before we see a break from this heat. As we take a look at your first alerts, your weather headlines tonight, we are continuing to see heat index values in the upper 90s, maybe approaching those triple-digit values heading into tomorrow. There is some concern, though, for air quality issues in the coming days. Wildfire smoke returning to portions of the upper Midwest. From there, a relatively quiet week, but we may keep an eye on the chance for some stray storms heading into Friday. But a sneak peek here into tomorrow, plenty of sunshine. We'll look to see high temperatures once again approaching that 90-degree mark. So we'll see if we can do it 2 days in a row, hitting that 90 mark here in Rochester. However, there may be some haziness in the sky as that wildfire smoke moves into the region. We'll take a look at what we can expect for air quality levels to be looking like tomorrow. It's ahead in your full forecast. So a bit to keep an eye on, not only the heat and humidity, but with the added layer of that air quality concern. Important to kind of take it easy here in the next few days.
All right. Thank you, Sarah. We'll check back in soon.
We continue with that heat and humidity. Concerns, though, heading into tomorrow in terms of our air quality levels. Looking to see some air quality alerts in place for a few counties here in southern Minnesota and northern Iowa. I wouldn't be surprised to see that expanded. Otherwise, tracking more heat and humidity heading into your Wednesday. And that looks to sit here for a while. The latest on your first alert weather details as it pertains to air quality concerns at heat and humidity is next in just a few minutes.
Here's your first alert weather with meteorologist Sarah Gannon.
We certainly had some hot temperatures in the area today, a bit uncomfortable. Heading in the heat and the humidity. Today we hit 90 in Rochester, first time of this season, and it's been a while since we've had a 90-degree high. A lot of upper 80s, not so much with the 90s. Last time we had a 90-degree high was back on June 22nd. Last year. So over a year ago, 387 days to be exact. So hot conditions out there, more of the same on the way as we continue to take a look at those heat related headlines. More heat advisories in place for portions of southern Minnesota, stretching into North Iowa, even across the river into Wisconsin. So that heat advisory will remain in effect through Wednesday evening. This was extended. It was supposed to expire here this evening, however, extending into tomorrow. Notice in the pink, Goodhue County there as one of our few counties within an extreme heat warning. This does extend into the Twin Cities metro area, portions of northwestern Wisconsin and northern Minnesota. That stays in effect until 9 o'clock Thursday evening. So sneak peek here in the next few days. It stays hot. It stays humid. High temperatures here in the next few days looking to stay into the upper 80s, some low 90s. Heat index values ranging anywhere from around 95 to maybe 105 on the hot side. So some uncomfortable conditions still remaining. However, the next big thing that we're keeping an eye on is going to be some health-related concerns for some folks, many folks here in the area. Not only are we dealing with the heat and the humidity, we're also going to be concerned about air quality levels. An air quality alert is in place right now currently for 3 Riverside counties. We have Goodhue, Wabasha, and Winona counties, and that stays in effect until 11 o'clock Friday morning. But notice how it extends in the Twin Cities, northern Minnesota, and back into, I think, all of the state of Wisconsin. I would not be surprised to see this further extended into southern Minnesota, maybe as far south as portions of northern Iowa. The reason for that is going to be those air quality index levels. Right now, things are okay, so comfortable still here for tonight. However, tomorrow is where we start to see more of those concerns locally. Notice southeast Minnesota, northeast Iowa, we're going to be in that red category, which is unhealthy for everyone. Notice, though, a little bit to our north, northwestern Wisconsin into the Arrowhead region, northern Minnesota, Iron Range, Arrowhead region, Twin Ports, and the maroon category. Notice how that says dangerous. So not good news as we have wildfire smoke coming in from the Ontario region of Canada and also the wildfires that are currently burning in the Boundary Waters area. So heat, humidity, and unhealthy air in the region is what we have on tap here for your Wednesday. Tomorrow's high temperature is sitting into the upper 80s, low 90s. Once again, we'll take a look at that 10-day forecast here as we continue to endure the heat and humidity here through the end of the week. Starting to see some minor relief by this weekend. Next week, though, Tuesday and beyond, looking a bit more comfortable with those low 80s, but we'll certainly notice the haze in the sky due to that wildfire smoke by tomorrow. As we reach that red category, though, I wouldn't be surprised. Maybe we can start to smell some of that wildfire smoke. So not good for folks here next few days.
Certainly going to want to limit our time outside tomorrow and Thursday.
And wear deodorant.
Thank you.
Is that a guy thing? I don't know. I'm sorry if that was not the right thing to say, but
It's a great reminder.
You know, my mom always said it, so I thought might as well. But we should raise 3 boys, so
Stay cool, stay
got the
hydrated.
deodorant on,
Wear
Mom. We're
deodorant.
good.
Yep.
Thanks.
Let's take a look at that 7-day forecast as we track more heat and humidity in the next few days. We're looking at Wednesday and Thursday, looking at high temperatures into the upper 80s, low 90s. Similar story into Friday and Saturday. Some minor relief possible extending Sunday into Monday. We really won't notice the changes, though, in temperatures until about Tuesday. Other concerns that we have heading into the next couple of days especially is going to be concerns for air quality levels as we look to track some wildfire smoke returning to southern Minnesota and northern Iowa. So not great news, especially for folks that work outside, working an extended period of time outside. Try and limit that time. Take some frequent breaks if you're able to. Not only do we have the air quality to worry about, we have the heat and humidity on top of that. Not the greatest situation here the next few days. Just take it easy. Let's look at your 7-day forecast. Nick? Let's take one final look at your forecast, including our garden gallery winner this evening. We have Colette from Marion with some beautiful flowers. Congratulations, Colette. You can head on over to Custom Retaining Walls and Landscaping to pick up your $10 prize. Folks at home, you can send your garden gallery winner photos into garden@kttc.com. A 10-day forecast here, hot and humid through the end of the work week. We do bring in the concern for air quality issues with wildfire smoke moving into southern Minnesota and northern Iowa. Some hazy, smoky skies expected the next couple of days. Relief from the heat by next week. Wait till Tuesday, though, before we feel it.
take it easy these next couple of days. Maybe lay low.
Yeah, if possible, staying indoors is always a safe bet for sure.
Thank you for joining us tonight.
Appreciate your time. Your morning news with our morning team starts at 4:30.